Peter and the angel passed the first ward, then the second, moving through layers of impossible security as if no resistance existed at all. At last they reached the iron gate leading to the city, heavy, locked, and humanly unmovable, yet it opened to them of his own accord. No key, no guard, no command from Herod could stop what God had already decreed. They walked together down one street, and then the angel departed, leaving Peter standing in the night, free by the hand of the Lord alone. It was then that Peter finally came to himself and said with certainty, "Now I know of a surety that the Lord hath sent his angel, and hath delivered me from all the expectation of the people of the Jews." What the world expected was not what God intended, and Peter recognized the mercy that had preserved his life. Considering what had happened, he made his way to the house of Mary, the mother of John Mark, where the believers had gathered, still praying without ceasing. As he knocked at the gate, a young servant girl named Rhoda came to listen. Hearing his voice, she knew immediately it was Peter. But her joy was so overwhelming, she ran to tell the others without opening the door. The room filled with prayer turned suddenly into disbelief. They told her, "Thou art mad," and when she insisted, they concluded it must be his angel. Even the faithful struggle sometimes to believe that God has already answered the very prayer they are still praying. Meanwhile, Peter kept knocking. When they finally opened the door and saw him, they were astonished, caught between the wonder of answered prayer and the reality of God's power standing before them. Peter motioned for them to be silent and told them how the Lord had brought him out of the prison, every step of deliverance unfolding by God's hand. He instructed them to share the news with James and the brethren, then departed to another place, walking in the protection of the one who had opened an iron gate and confounded every expectation of the enemy. God often answers in ways that outpace our faith, opening doors we cannot move and fulfilling prayers before we even realize he has acted. Sometimes the miracle knocks while we are still praying.